This is a public service announcement. This is a public service announcement. What you're about to listen to may make you yell, shout, smile, and even laugh out loud. Youth baseball players, coaches, and fans join the Slide Podcast crew on their journey to make baseball fun again. Hear stories from players of all ages, plus tips and tricks from coaches and scouts. Now, if you're ready, give us a loud play ball.
Play ball.
That's it right there. Welcome back to the Slide Podcast. That was our guest today, Austin Johnson. And he started us off, Jen. I think he did pretty good, right?
I feel like there's somebody in the background where he's like, they're going to make fun of me.
Oh, yeah. Well, we don't care about anybody making fun of us.
Nope, we don't care.
Actually, you know what? We kind of encourage it because then it goes viral or something. So, you know what? Give us all that stuff, too. So, anyway, welcome back to the Slide Podcast. Obviously, I'm your host, Coach Aaron, and I'm here. And Coach Jen, how are you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing really well. We've had some rain around these parts.
A little bit.
And so we haven't had much softball to play, unfortunately. So I'm at home. We've had a beautiful day today. There's some people playing ball out there, but not us. So, yeah, I'm doing good, though. I'm doing really good. What about you?
I am doing good. It has been quite a learning experience in flag football.
Yeah.
You know what I've learned this season?
I wish you'd tell me.
Oh, listen to this. All right, so this season, we have had coaches accused of hiding the football once the ball is snapped. We have had coaches, they've been proven for this one, but pump faking on purpose. And then once they get warned, they still do it again. And here's where it gets good. We had accusations of somebody was like super gluing the flags. Can you super gluing the flags? And then this one I talked about on another episode, but I definitely wanted to talk about it with you. All right, so here's the situation. Coach shows up to the ballpark. It's flag football, of course. He goes to the commissioner and says, "Hey, man, I'm short some players. Are you okay if I bring my two kids from my lower team up to my older team?" Of course, you need players, right, Jen? Mm-hmm. So what turned out happening was, or what had happened was...
What had happened was...
He had enough players. He sat two of his existing players on the bench and played the kids that he brought up. Now tell me that doesn't just take the cake.
That's very dishonest. You're trying to win for the sake of winning. You're not out there for the kids. Sorry.
What would you do if you're a commissioner? What would you do if you had someone do something like that?
Oh, well, I would absolutely contest the game. I mean, there's not a whole lot like that you... Oh, the cat just knocked the plant on the floor almost. Sorry. There's not a whole lot that you can do in the moment. Mm-hmm. I don't think, like, maybe call the commissioner and be like, hey, this is what's going on.
Yeah, but like afterwards, like...
Yeah. I would contest the game 100%.
Well, let me tell you what happened to this one. So the complaining parent... whose child sat on the bench during the game, he talked to the commissioner and requested to be transferred to another team. I feel like that's justified. All right, I get it. We're what, 4 weeks? At this point, we were 4 weeks into the season on a 6-week schedule.
But yeah, that doesn't fix the issue. But go ahead.
Yep. So that's what the parent requested. Here's what happened. The commissioner offered them a refund, and they could just go their own way.
Oh. Now, from a business owner's perspective, offer them a refund, but then also transfer their team.
You can't say from a business owner perspective on this. This is kids.
Okay.
All right. So what we did is we put kids on the bench, and we played players that didn't belong on the team solely to win.
Yes.
All right, here's what happened. Apparently, just the coach had a conversation with the commissioner, and that was considered his first offense. The week later, he got a ton of praise for coaching more than one team. I'm not
Like
okay
in
with
what
that.
setting? Got praise
Just on
from who?
our group me. I mean, I'm gonna
Oh,
tell you, huh? This is
this is your
local.
team?
Yes. No, not my team.
Oh.
No, not my team.
Oh.
No, I'm not that coach. No,
I was like, wait a minute.
no. No, my neighbor across the street. This is what happened to their little boy, and
Oh.
so instead of this kid, enjoying his first season, he is now out of the league because a coach did something like that. I'm just sorry. That's just not okay.
No, it's not.
All right. Well,
It's not.
here's another subject. I know. Like, listen, if you're listening right now, send us in what you would do if you were a commissioner. Like, I'm curious
Yeah.
what everyone would do. What about the Spartan Burgers?
Hey, I'm excited about it. There's so
Hey.
much hate going on social media right now about the name. And I don't know if you saw it, but I put on Facebook the other day.
Oh,
I get stressed out about a lot of things, but the name of a minor league baseball team ain't one of them. Come on, y'all. Like I was kind of let down. I'm not gonna lie. Only because it's the same thing we were when they came to town the first time.
yep.
That's the only reason, not because of the name itself. But
I'm
what people who don't know baseball don't realize that every minor league team has a silly name, and it's just meant to be fun. And people get
all for
so
marketing.
stressed out. Yeah,
I mean, like, people have to realize. So here's my problem with it. I don't have a problem with the team. I don't have a problem with the name. My issue is with the city. To
what you mean?
me, the city put on this big hoopla. And
Hmm.
again, our biggest celebrity was our weatherman. Like,
Yes.
no relevancy whatsoever to the game of
No.
baseball. I mean, I was
No.
surprised he didn't get up there and read some like shower replacement commercial or something.
Yeah, bath bitter. Bath
Yeah,
bitter.
yeah. Well, and then the next dude that came on, like, it wasn't good. And then they piled all these thousands of people into this center only to reveal a name that, like, I don't even feel like they did the Rangers justice. I mean, this is a Texas
Yeah,
Rangers organization. Like,
that's
I
true.
don't feel like they didn't do them justice. I didn't feel like they really did anything to build momentum towards the season. Like, all right, so we got the name. Let me tell you some more. Uh,
It almost felt like it was thrown together at the last minute.
well,
And the guy that came out very first,
mm-hmm.
that had the monotone voice,
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
who he was.
yeah.
Like, I don't know if he's the owner or the manager or whatever, but he was just like, "Rah, rah, 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 rah." No excitement whatsoever. I mean, yeah. Yeah,
Like,
it was a letdown. It
I
was a
told you
letdown.
when we were there, you and I should have did it. We could have had so much fun. Like,
Oh man.
I would have been so nervous, but I would have probably have to hit up a couple of those tents and get my bracelet before I get up on stage. But I'd
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
I'd do it
There
anyway.
was there would have been music and play ball and all this kind of
That's right. Like, it would have been something in the vein of baseball. Either
I
way, I'm
know.
going to support the
I
team. The merch isn't bad. It's got a little
The
tribute
merch
to
is
sugar and
cool.
spice. I mean, it's got a little tribute
Yep.
to sugar and spice. I like that. I
Yep.
love a cheeseburger. So, I mean, it is what it is. I feel like it was lazy.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that you brought like marketing geniuses into the room and you landed back on what was previous. It's not like it. Like, I read one article where this dude said it was a nod to the past, and like, when I see something that says a nod to the past, I like to think, well, that was like 20, 30 years ago, 50 years ago,
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
3 years ago. I mean, come
Yeah.
on now. Anyway, we need
I
our own
heard,
version of "Come On Man." That's what we need.
come on, ump.
Yeah,
Um,
come on, Blue.
no, come on, Blue. I had a couple of people saying, like, when they put Facebook polls out there and asked, what would you like for it to be named? Or what do you think it should be named? But they didn't take any of that into consideration. They already knew what they wanted it to be, and that's all that there was to it.
All right, I've already
And
reached
that
out to
could
the
be true.
team. I've reached out to the team.
Yeah.
Told them that we were local. We'd love to kind of follow them along their journey of putting together an organization. So, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll get some more answers around like what really happened behind the scenes. So
See if next conversation ask if they need a physical therapist on staff.
there you go. There, I will do that for you. All right. Well, let's get to our guest today, Austin Johnson. You still there with us?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, this dude is from Louisiana. From what I'm hearing, he's a baller. And let me introduce Austin Johnson, man. How are you doing, sir?
Good.
Good? Well, man,
Yes, sir.
look, it's getting close to summer. You should be great right now.
School's almost out.
I know. What are you going to do during the summer, man? Before we even get into anything else, what big plans you got this summer?
Either probably go on trips or playing baseball.
Okay. You know what? I can dig that. Where are you going to go on a trip to? If you could go anywhere, where would it be?
Hawaii.
Dude, I'm right there with you. Look, we got to try to find a way to hook that up. I've never been to Hawaii either, and dude, I'll put a lei on and I'll hula dance, Jen. I mean,
I think the slide could pay for it.
yeah, yeah. Well, that made me laugh. That's a good one. Yeah, as Jen throws up the pistols. All right, Austin, man, tell us how old you are. Tell us what city you play in, and tell us a little bit about yourself. We'll start. Actually, we do this all the time, but tell us your favorite cereal, and we're going to analyze that for your personality.
My favorite cereal is Fruity Pebbles.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. You're the first person that I think that's been on the show that we've asked that to that has agreed with me. Fruity Pebbles. You can't go wrong with Fruity Pebbles.
They get mushy so fast.
Then quit
That's a
waiting
good
around. Like, eat it. What'd you say, Austin?
I said that's a good thing.
Oh, you like them mushy? Okay.
Hey, look,
Not
to
mad
each
about it.
is their own. It's all right. So, all right, where you from, dude? Tell us. We know in Louisiana. We're at in Louisiana.
I'm from Mississippi. And
Oh, you're
I'm
from
Petal.
Mississippi. I thought you were in Louisiana.
Yeah. No, I'm not from. No.
Well, look, I know your dad, and I could have swore he lived in Louisiana because I just figured that in order to pull for the Saints, you must live there. So I didn't know. That's a shot to Ben, though. That's just a shot for him being a Saints fan. Anyway, all right, dude. Well, tell us how long you been playing baseball, man.
I think this might be about my 8th or 7th year playing baseball,
Oh,
and
snap.
I have 6 rings so far.
That's what's up. Like, that's a long time. How old are you?
11.
11. All right. What age bracket you playing in now?
11 and 12.
11 and 12. What's the talent like you seeing down there in Mississippi?
So for rec ball, I play PSA. So there's some good people, but there's also some, not so good people.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, in
They'll
rec
get
ball,
better.
in rec ball, of course, you got a lot of time. You get kids this their first time playing too. So, but that's what I view as snap. All right.
Did you see that?
For those who are listening in their car, Jen picked up a cat and it smacked her in the face.
Hit me in the face.
Like we're definitely gonna use this clip. That's a clip when animals
All right.
attack.
Austin, what were you saying?
I'll keep us up, man. Go ahead.
I was saying, so far I have 6 rings and a lot of medals.
What'd you get those rings and medals for, man?
So 3 of them are from basketball and 3 of them are from baseball.
So, is baseball a big thing down in Mississippi? What's the biggest sport down there, you think? Is it like football or basketball, baseball, or disc golf? I don't know.
For like all the good people, like they probably play like basketball, football, sometimes they can be baseball. But my favorite sport, I think before I like getting into tackle football, is probably baseball.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, can't go wrong with some tackle football. I like hearing that. What is it about baseball though? And this is a question that we ask a lot of kids on the show. Is baseball's a hard sport, like really hard. And even if you're in the MLB, and we can chalk this up as another time saying this on the show, but if you bat 300, meaning you hit the ball as for on base, 3 out of 10 times you're usually wearing a gold jacket in the Hall of Fame. Like, what makes baseball so fun?
Well, just getting to be out there and have fun
Mm-hmm.
and win.
And win. And win. I like it. I like it. Jen, what you got for this?
What was it? What position is your favorite position to play?
Pitcher,
How fast do you throw?
probably like 60 something.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Now, here's the bigger question. How many pitches do you throw a game?
My lowest was probably 58 maybe.
58?
Somewhere around 50s.
All right. Well, look, you're young. Take care of that arm, man. I know speed's important, but don't overwork that arm too early, man. So, and that I say that because I was talking to someone a couple days ago, and they had a 12-year-old already having Tommy John surgery, and
Yeah.
that's not okay because your body still isn't growing yet, or is not growing. Oh my God, Jen, I can't get it out. Your
Cut
body
it
is
off.
still growing. Jen, I know you were
Yeah.
going to get onto that one, but
Well, so I'm actually treating two baseball players right now who w- one of them has been seeking treatment for over a year because they're not sure what's going on with him. Well, same for both, really. And so is it the elbow? Is it the shoulder? Is it, the thoracic outlet? Like what's going on? And so anyway, all that to say, just be smart. If your arm hurts, say something to somebody. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. But also, here's one of the things that I feel like most coaches forget about, Austin, and I'm going to tell you, okay? So you got to remember this.
Okay.
If you throw the ball 60 times on the mound, and then they move you to shortstop, and then you throw the ball another 10 times, now your arms has, I mean, for all intents and purposes, you've thrown 70 times, right?
Yeah.
So all of that counts, okay? So even as you're warming up, be careful. Like you're too young to put a lot of pressure on that arm. So anyway, I just I keep hearing about these stories of these kids, Jen, and it's just like I heard one today where this kid had tons of talent, and a bunch of teams around in the neighborhood kept picking him up and using him because he was so good, and the kid apparently ended up doing some severe damage to his elbow.
Yeah, that happens not only with what you're referencing, but also I don't know if you play any other sports, but choosing one specific sport too soon. So choosing, not to use our body in different movement patterns and only in that one way. So Austin, do you play any other sports other than baseball? You said tackle football, but what else?
I played football, basketball,
Good.
baseball. I played soccer for 1 month, but
A
it was kind of
month.
boring.
What? You didn't like soccer?
No, COVID came.
Oh,
Oh,
there you
okay.
go.
Well,
Yeah, well, yeah. Look, you lasted a month and COVID took you out. I would last one practice and my body would take me out. So I said
that's with any sport. That's
that's
with any sport, Austin.
that's messed up.
Yeah.
See, she's always trying to clown on me on the show, Austin, and you need to be on
Yeah.
my side here. But no, seriously, I'm getting old. My body won't take it no more. But look, hey, I play quarterback for my son's flag football team. You play flag right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, which position you playing on the field? On the
Wide
flag
receiver
field.
and running. A wide receiver, running back, and I play quarterback sometimes.
There you go. Now, I'm gonna have to steal some plays from you. So, y'all got any cool trick plays you do?
Yeah.
Tell me one.
Flood.
The flood. All right. Tell me what a flood is.
Well, I think it's called flood, something like that. It's like two people like come like this way, and one has the ball and they hand off to the other person.
Oh, okay. Yep. In the backfield or in front? Or in front of the line of scrimmage?
Like in front.
Oh, okay. I hadn't tried that one before, but I like that. We have our tournaments starting next week for flag football, so we'll see. So, dude, one of the things that I loved most in your bio was your hobbies. But before we get to that, talk to me about pitching. Like, what's it like being on the mound? Do you get nervous or do you get anxious?
When I get nervous, it's because like I just like getting down on myself too much and feel like I could do better than that.
Well, you know what? I think we all have a little bit of that. I mean, my son definitely always thinks he's better or he should be doing better than what he's doing. And I'll tell you, Austin, I grew up that same way. And, dude, give yourself credit for the things that you do well. And know that, there's no one out here that's perfect. And you're 11 years old. You should not even be saying the word perfect in any shape or form. Like right now it's just about learning. I mean, even if you feel like you know the game very well, man, you're still learning. I mean, so don't hold yourself to some unrealistic expectation, man. Just take it one day at a time, and don't. I know it's hard, but how do you when you start feeling like that? How do you overcome it and get ready to battle again?
I just like step off the mound. I breathe for a second. I get back on it. Every time I pitch, like I take a breath when I get nervous and stuff.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, dude, I'm gonna tell you, being on that pitcher's mound, that's that's a hard position to play, man. I mean, I can't even compare really pitcher to even quarterback. Like, I feel like pitcher is just like in a position of its own. Like, yes, you control the tempo of the game, but I mean, you can end the inning without your defense even playing. So it's a lot different. Jen, do you want to say
That's
something?
true. Well, I was just going to say, actually, I got into a conversation with a patient last week about the podcast, and
Mm-hmm.
more people are finding out about it, right?
Awesome.
So he was telling me a story about was it a cardinal, I believe, like back in the possibly 90s, who got the yips, a pitcher.
Hmm.
I think it was the Cardinals. Alick, something like that was his last name. Like he was
Right.
humming it the whole game. He was
Mm-hmm.
set to he was set to win the game for them.
Mm-hmm.
And he threw 5 wild pitches in a row and runs ended up scoring. And so like
I feel
the
like I
amount of
remember that.
stress, the amount of stress and pressure that goes on a pitcher, and he never was able to pitch again. He had to like switch sports. He was
No
never able to get it
way.
back. Yeah. I'll have to look it up and send it to you.
Wow. That's crazy. Austin, we ain't gonna be like that,
Okay.
dude. Like,
Do you know what the yips are, Austin?
it's not the
Is it like a
hiccups.
sore in your arm?
It's what?
Is it like a sore in your arm?
No, it's a weird phenomenon where you just lose control of the ability to pitch, and it's like you can't throw anymore. It's don't look it up yet. I don't want your mind to even go there at
Yeah,
all.
you already
But
did it,
maybe when
Jen.
you're 18.
You
No,
can't
when you're
tell a
18.
kid these
I'm
days a word and tell them not to look it
Okay.
up. I mean,
no,
come
don't
on.
do it.
You just did an invite.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Um,
When do it in like 6 years. Don't do it right now.
But dude, honestly, here's how you overcome the yips, man. You forget about it, you move on. Don't let your past, like let's just say the last inning that you pitched, and then maybe it was 2 days prior or something. Like, and if let's just say you had a bad last inning, drop it, let it go. That's Frozen, right? Let it go, let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah, I think that
Let
is
it
Frozen. Lord
go.
have mercy. I won't be singing that the rest of the night. But you just got, like Taylor Swift says, shake it off. You look like a Swiftie.
No, I'm not. No.
Well,
Austin, have you ever had a really, really, really good coach?
I have one right now.
Oh, I'd like to
like
hear
it.
more about that. Tell me more about your coach. What makes him good?
So, so my coach, like, he's like played baseball or been coaching baseball for like 20 something years now, and he's just like the reason why I'm like better at pitching now is because of him, and the reason I'm better at throwing is because of him. So he's
What
like
ki-
taught me a lot of things.
what kind of things does he tell you? What has helped you the most? Because we got listeners out there, so they want to know.
Uh, Probably that just just like say I'm on the mound or something, he tells me to just like just take it easy, and like cause when I feel a lot of pressure when I'm on the mound, but he
Mm,
just tells me like it's gonna even if you do bad, it's gonna be over.
That's right.
that's true.
You
That's
get
very
you
true.
get you get to live another day. That's what I tell kids too, Jen. In the weeks that we've lost football games, it's always been a beautiful Saturday. And like
Yeah.
after the game, kids are still asking me, "Did we win? Did we lose?" Because I refuse to talk scores with kids. Like we just don't do it. And I'm like, "Look, it's a beautiful day outside. It's like 11:30. Like we lost,
Got the whole day.
but
Yeah.
let's go have a great day." And then we hand out cards and we're done. So now your coach, you said he's helped you do what now?
He's like he's helped me like he taught me how to like overcome my fear of like messing up a lot.
That's good. That's good. Now, how did he do that? Because like that's like if you've got a good answer for this, you could help a lot of kids out there. How has he helped you do that?
He's helped me by like so when when I'm like pitching, he tells me that like that don't think about the past, but like just think forward.
Yep. Okay. Well, look, I mean, and that's it. And if something like that helps you, like, man, that's great. A lot of kids really struggle, and they sometimes they don't tell anyone. And if our listeners out there, kids, look, if you're put in a position where you don't feel comfortable, like you want something to change, you got to speak up. My son told us his last baseball season that he didn't like when mom and dad cheered for him because that put a lot more pressure on him and that added to his anxiety or standing in the box. And so as hard as that was for us, like we did it for him just because we didn't want him to feel any unnecessary pressure. So like chill, like go to your quiet place on the mound and man, dude, just forget it and just ball. Like just sling it. That's all you got to do. Let your defense do their job. Because if you think too much, then you lose the ability to actually be accurate with your pitches. But all you got to do is get the ball in play. Let your defense take you back. So how you like hitting? You're a hitter.
Yeah. Ben actually has a clip of me hitting a triple.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that clip. I think he may have posted it or maybe sent it to me. But I'll have to have him send it to me again. That's so shortstop is your second favorite position, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also play outfield and second.
There we go, Jen. Got another outfielder. Look, that is there's a lot of kids out there that never get the opportunity to play in the outfield. And, some people would roll their eyes when they hear me say that, like the opportunity to play in the outfield. Because there's so much skill when it comes to tracking a ball. And, if you play wide receiver, like you've got an advantage. Like you can see the ball, you can look at the height of the ball, where you need to be. And, well, are you fast or are you slow?
I'm fast.
You
So,
sure?
but in baseball,
Yeah.
yeah, in baseball,
Yeah.
when I like What? In baseball, like when I run, like I don't run as fast as I can, but I'm still pretty fast.
Why don't you run as fast as you can?
I don't know.
You mean if you're running the
Might just be too
bases?
fast.
You mean or in the outfield?
Yeah,
Look,
like
dude.
bases.
Look, you're gonna have scouts showing up in a few years. You better show them that real speed. That's how you start getting people to talk. So I'm gonna tell you, if you got speed these days, you got a leg up. Use it. Jen, how fast can you run? You pretty fast?
Slow.
Yeah.
Slow.
I'm on like, were you on the show when I was, I think I told somebody, but like there was one of these practices that I had with our flag football team, and I was like, let me show you how to run this ball. And so I had them hand me the ball, and I was trying to like stretch the run, like to go wider. Man, this little 8-year-old ran me down in the backfield, and I couldn't even get to the line of scrimmage.
We've talked about it before with what's his name? Baseball podcasts are fun. Is that
Yeah,
who it is
Grayson.
that races his dad?
Yeah, Grayson.
Um, I'm hesitant to try to race. He's not in here, so I can say this. I'm hesitant to race Colton at this point because I think he can. He's gotten to a point maybe right now. He's 11, Austin. I think he's probably gotten to a point where he can beat me. But my dad used to make a joke that he would put white cleats on me because it would make me look faster. I don't appreciate. I don't appreciate that very much. But
Hey,
I'm slow. Slow.
Austin, can you outrun Ben?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Really?
Is he in the
We're
room
gonna
with
have
you
to have a
right
clip.
now?
We're gonna have to have
Mm-hmm.
proof.
Oh,
Let's see the receipts.
I was gonna have you tell him right in front of us, but it's okay. Well, I'm gonna tell him. I think we need to see some like highlights there. So, look, dude, if you can run fast, dude, give it your 100%. Like that's all you got to do. You just give it your all, and when the game is over, you rest it up and you get ready for the next sport, next season, all that stuff. Basketball. What position you playing in basketball?
I play wing. What's it? I forgot. What's it like when you go down the court?
You're a point guard.
A
Point
guard.
guard. Yeah, point guard, and yeah, I'm both wings,
All right, I
left
happen
and
to
right.
notice you were a Steph Curry fan. Are you dropping buckets like Curry? Like,
We won our last tournament.
yeah, that's sweet. Oh, that's right. You got a ring. Did you got a ring or a medal from basketball?
Ring.
Ring. Bling bling. I can't. I feel weird saying that. Oh my gosh. Listen, Jen. I'm going to
Yes.
get sidebar for a minute, and Austin, I'm going to ask you about this in a minute. So we were on the other night, and Trip Dog was on with us. All right, and I was about to close out the episode, and we were talking about batting gloves or something, and Trip Dog said, "Man, those are W gloves," and I had to stop everything. Like we didn't even end the show. I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! What's that mean? W gloves?" Austin, have you
Is
heard of
it
this?
this?
Hold on, Austin, have you heard of
Oh,
this?
sorry.
Yeah, I know what W means.
What's W mean? Because I couldn't get a good answer.
Like they're good, like they're good.
And then
Oh.
if you got L gloves,
Oh.
they ain't good.
It's kind
Okay.
of like baseball. Like W is win, L is loss.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, what is it that, whenever you put them together and they make the logo of the team?
No,
Like this.
that's when you do this right here, and that shows Miami Hurricanes.
No, that's not what that is.
That's exactly what that is.
That's a field goal right
Yeah,
there.
right. No, that's the U. Don't get confused. Austin, who you pull for in college? LSU.
Probably.
Look, they got a great baseball program. I don't
Yeah,
know,
they do.
I don't know about
And
that
softball.
I don't know about that football program. They need to stay quiet.
Used to.
Yeah. Oh well. All right. So, who's your favorite baseball players, man?
Ken Griffey Jr. and Aaron Judge.
All right. I think Aaron Judge, dude, like he has an insane fan base. And
Yeah.
like the dude has bombs. He's a Yankee. Like you either love him or hate him for that fact because he's a Yankee. And then the dude's good. Dude's good. Now Griffey, we were talking about this before we started recording. Like what? How did you find out about Ken Griffey Jr.?
Oh, I was watching some baseball videos. How like the funniest baseball things, whatever moments that happened, and I saw Ken Griffey Jr. on there, and he looked like he was actually like doing good. So I looked him up, and I just started liking him.
Great dude. Like I haven't met him personally or anything, but for for everything that I have ever read about the Griffeys, including his dad, amazing guy. I had the fortune enough to grow up watching Griffey play, and I mean the Willie Mays catches, the turns his back to the fly ball, catches it in the basket. I mean, dude, he was the man. I never pulled for the Mariners because I was generally an Oakland A's fan or a Rangers fan, but Griffey was the man. That's the kid.
Has anybody else like that come out of the Mariners at all? Are they still a team? I know that's a really terrible
Oh
question,
my
but
gosh.
because
Yeah.
you don't hear, are they any good?
I don't know. Austin, are the
Yeah,
Mariners any
exactly.
good? Is the Mariners any good?
Mm, they're okay. They're not terrible, but they're also not that good.
Yeah. It sounds like they probably are the same way they were back then. They were good enough to beat your team when you didn't want them to. That's about how they were. Jay Buhner, like some of those dudes were legendary. Well, look, dude, you can learn a lot from Griffey. Like Griffey is definitely the one that's going to say give 100% and have fun. And you know what Griffey? What Griffey really did? Like he's the first person that really turned his hat around backwards in the sport, and that just like it was like an evolution. Like, oh snap, we got this player that turned his hat around backwards. As simple as that was, that caught people's attention. So, all right, Jen, listen to this. This is this dude's hobbies. All right,
Okay,
this is what Ben sent me.
I'm ready.
Fishing. We're gonna talk about
Hmm.
that. All right, because I have a feeling he's got some fishing stories to tell me.
Catfish,
He said,
crawfish.
ooh, you know what? I want to try crawfish. Ever since Trip Dogs like got me like into that.
Oh, he talks about like sucking the juice out of
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
That's disgusting. That's gross. But go ahead.
Austin, do you eat crawfish?
Oh, yes, sir.
Do you suck the juice out of the head?
Sometimes I found a way how to to get like all the juice out of them.
Oh, he ain't even getting just a portion of it. He's getting it all. But look, I have got to try it. Look, I found this dude on like Facebook. I can't remember his name, but he's like a Cajun dude, and just how he talks makes me want to watch his videos. But he's all the time talking about crawfish. But you can order live crawfish, Jen, and have them like shipped to you in 2 days, dude.
I can't.
Let's do a crawfish bowl.
No, I'm not doing it.
Yes.
I'll eat shrimp.
Man, you better devein them. That's just nasty
Oh,
if
I
you
do.
don't.
That's
All right.
nasty.
So his other hobbies, obviously sports, video games. Guess what game he plays?
Fortnite.
Yep. Swimming and collecting sports cards. All right. I don't know which one of those you want to jump on first, Jen.
Oh, there's the sports cards.
I
Let's do
see the
that. Who
Griffey.
was that? Was that Ken Griffey? Okay.
That's Griffey.
Yeah.
Is
I
it his
have
rookie
that
card?
card.
I can't really see it.
No, I think I have
No.
that card. It's a
Okay.
Donruth card. Yeah, Diamond
Gotcha.
King. Yep. That's a good card.
Who else do you have? What other cards do you collect?
I
Anything
have
worth any money?
I don't know. I have some, but my highest thing card that was worth money. This was when I played with Pokemon cards, so it was like a Charizard that was $98.
Colton would know all about that. My
Yeah.
11-year-old son would know.
Well, my son is sitting beside me as we record, and he's like cheering you on in the background because
Okay.
I'm having to freaking buy Pokemon cards now. And
Every holiday, every birthday. Yep.
like, seriously? Like,
And
like,
here's what happens when they open them. They open it and they're like, and then they leave all of them but that one that was
yes,
good in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's messed up. Also, look, my son opens his cards and then he leaves them all laying all over the bar. And I'm like, dude, all these cards about to go in the trash unless you get over and get them. And
Yep.
then he may come get them. Man, I'm paying like $5 a pack.
Yeah.
Jen, look, inflation has definitely kicked in with baseball cards. Cause look, not too long ago I was paying like $1.50, and I was upset. So
I know.
these sports cars, these companies tripping these days. All right, fishing, because this is the one I want to talk about. Tell me about fishing in Mississippi.
So, where I go fishing at, I went to a river one time. I go to creeks and I go to ponds and lakes. But when I go fishing, I don't like just use normal baits.
Mm-hmm.
I use like the big artificial baits.
Okay. Now, what kind of rod you fishing with? Open faced, fly fishing? What you doing?
Probably open face.
Okay.
I also like just the button masters. Easiest.
There you go. Yep. Just a simple caster and reel it back in. You know what? Fishing's a hard sport because I don't have a lot of patience, and it's challenging. And I sat there, Jenna. Sometimes when I was growing up, my dad used to take me fishing all the time, and I never caught anything. And I'm like, if I'm not
Yeah.
going to catch anything, I don't want to do it.
I get it. At this point in my life, if I could just sit somewhere with you cast a line and just sit there and wait, I'd probably take you up on that.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. I'd have to have a cooler, all right? The cooler would
Right,
have to be
right, right, right,
stocked
right, right.
with a bunch of Mountain Dews.
Right,
But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, now I don't have a problem with that. I could definitely do it. Now I learned how to fly fish a while back, and obviously fly fishing, generally
Yeah.
you're doing it in a stream, but man, I loved
I
it.
think that takes a good bit of skill. So does pier fishing. My dad pier fishes from sun up to sundown. He's retired and he loves it.
I like how you
He
noted he's retired.
he's retired. Yeah. Um, but he sends me pictures of sharks that they catch and different portions of the season, the things that they catch. They caught a blowfish. Is it called a blowfish? Like they're really ugly and they go, don't put that on any of the content. But
You
they're like,
can't tell me what they do.
not gonna happen. No. Um, yeah, it's the ones like in Finding Nemo. They're
Yeah, yeah,
real.
yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
make the noises. Yeah, they catch stuff like that sometimes. And if it's a really big fish or a shark, it takes three or four of them to reel it in. I mean, it's neat.
Do
He
they get
loves
to
it. So
keep it? They get to keep a big shark?
uh,
Probably not.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think they care if you keep a shark, but they do care if you keep is it flounder? Is flounder in the ocean?
Yeah.
Okay. I think there's certain species at certain times of the year that you got to throw back.
All right. So for all of our fishing listeners out there, feel free to
Let us know.
correct Jen anytime you would like.
Yeah, make me feel really silly right now. If my
Hey,
dad's listening to this, he's gonna be like, "Oh my God."
yeah, like I raised her better than that. Like, what's wrong with her?
Exactly.
Austin, what's the biggest fish you've caught so far?
The biggest bass I caught was probably 4 pounds, 4.7 pounds, and the biggest brim I caught was 2 pounds. So,
Okay.
Oh,
That's
he
a
fishes
big
for brim.
brim.
Yeah. What about catfish?
when I
You
go
ever fish?
when I fish for catfish, we stay kind of a while, but not till like when they really start biting. But the biggest one was probably maybe a pound or something.
Oh man, I know there's big catfish out there.
Gotta be.
Like,
Isn't that when you go down with your hand and you like stick your hand inside their mouth and pull them up?
that's a different kind of fish
Mm.
in there, Jen. Austin, do you know what
Uh,
that's called?
I don't know what it's called, but I know what it is.
what's it called?
I don't. It's I can't. There's a TV show about it now. I think. I can't
I'll
remember.
look it up.
I can't
There's
remember.
like holes. There's like holes in the dirt, like by the
Yeah,
water, and then they're all in
in
there.
the banks,
You
and
pull
they
them out.
just stick their hand in there, not knowing what's in there. Like,
Yeah.
would you do that, Austin?
No, heck no.
Man, I ain't putting my hand in nowhere. I can't see what's on the other side.
Mm-mm. No
Like,
way.
look, some of these dudes just, I don't know.
Noodling.
That's it.
Noodling.
That's it. Noodling. Yeah,
Noodling.
whatever. Like, ain't sticking my hand in. Because sometimes they'll pull it out and their hand's in the fish's mouth.
Oh, look at this
Yeah.
injury. Can you see that?
What happened? It broke his hand? I see it. What is that?
Yeah. It's it says some use a hook, some use their hands.
Yeah, right.
Uh-uh.
Look, Mother Nature wasn't intended to do it that way. Austin
I
uses
don't think
bait.
so.
Like, throw some bait up in there. Like, not my. See, they're using their hand as bait.
No way.
Yeah.
See, look at
Uh-uh.
Austin. You
There's
pull
some
some.
bigger than that.
They're dinosaurs. That ain't even fish at that point. They're
Prehistoric.
yeah.
It's prehistoric.
I mean, look
Yeah.
at alligators, man. You got alligators down there in Mississippi, Austin.
Probably some. Not any place I go to though.
Okay. Well, look, dude. I ain't playing with no alligator either. I watch some
No.
of these dudes wrestle these alligators on TV. Nope. I
They get paid a lot more than we do.
well, I sure hope they do. Well, actually, what I found out in Austin, I don't know if you know this or not, but you can actually train alligators. Like, I've watched
Yeah.
some videos of guys that like have them in these like rehab facilities, and they train them to open their mouth and like all these different stuff.
So,
Like,
sometimes like it's easier to train them when like they're a baby, because if they're big, they won't really try to.
gotcha.
gonna-
Well, look, a baby alligator ain't even cute. So, like, you can't even fool me on that one because he's still opening his mouth trying to bite me. Nah, they see me as lunch. Now, on the other hand, Jen, I think we talked about this on the show. And Austin, I'm gonna ask you, Austin, what's your spirit animal? Like, if you thought your personality like resembled an animal, what do you think it would be? Jen, what was yours? Go ahead, keep thinking, Austin. Keep thinking.
Oh, was it a meerkat?
I think so.
Yeah.
That does sound
I
familiar.
think so.
Look, I'm a lion.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I had a pet lion. Like, I would seriously have one. I raise it from a cub. And why are you shaking your head? No. Like, I'd do it.
I'm not denying that you would do it. I think you would do it. Because you're crazy.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Siegfried
I
and
got
Roy.
it.
Well, look,
Okay, go
no.
ahead.
Yeah. Austin, what's yours?
Okay, for like my actions, I think it's probably oh, what's it called? I just thought a cheetah. And
Okay.
for my feelings, I think it's a baby monkey.
Oh.
A baby monkey.
I like how he
Not a grown
separated it.
monkey. Yeah.
He separated. That's. I'd have to think about that one. Like, emotions. Honestly, I would consider myself a lion anyway. Like, I'm generally in attack mode. Jen knows me. Like,
Yeah.
I can't turn my eye away from something that needs to be fixed. Sometimes that gets me into some drama, but I wouldn't be myself if I wasn't a lion. That's how I see it. All right, dude. Well, look, this has been fun. You're a podcast star now, man. You're better than Ben. Like, tell Ben, tell him you're going to get more listens than he does. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. Let him hear it when we release the episode, okay? All right, dude. Anything else you want to talk about while we got you here?
Not really.
Well, I would be not in character if I didn't ask you about football. So you play football. You're going to tackle football. So that shows me you got a love for the game. Who's your favorite football team?
Like NFL?
Yeah.
People don't like the Chiefs because, like, what happened in the Super Bowl, whatever. And what?
You
But
are a Swiftie. I knew you were a Swiftie. I knew it.
no, I'm not. No,
She
I'm not.
called you
No, I'm
out.
not.
Look, for every episode we've ever released, she always calls me out. She just called out a guest. Oh,
I'm
all right.
joking. I'm
So
just kidding.
finish that now. You said so. A lot of people don't like the Chiefs because of what happened in last Super Bowl. What didn't they like?
Taylor Swift.
Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, I
But
mean,
I also like the Saints.
every time I look, Jameis Winston is stuck in my head as the Saints quarterback. For some reason, I always forget that Derek Carr's there. But now, I feel like a lot of Saints fans hating on Derek Carr for no reason, though. What do you think? You think he's getting fair treatment?
I feel like the reason why they're hating on him is probably because, like, he's good, but he makes a lot of effort, but I feel like he doesn't make enough effort.
Okay. So you want to see him? You want to see a little bit more? You want to see some more big plays? Probably what you want to see, right? Did the Saints get a new coach this season? Or they still got the same dude that was there last year? I want to say I feel like they got a new coach. I can't remember for sure. But
I
look,
thought they did. Not sure.
look, your spirit animal in one half of it was a cheetah. All right. And there ain't but one cheetah that I know about, and that's Tyreek Hill. What do you think about him?
He's good, but the Chiefs could have been better if he didn't get drafted to the Dolphins.
Man, he had to come play. Look, everybody wants to come play in South Florida now. We got ODB, Odell Beckham Jr. We got Jalen Waddle. We got Tyreek. We got Braxton Berrios. We got Raheem Mostert. Devon Achane. Who? Oh, no, he's not with the team. My son's over here telling me roster names, and I'm like, no, he's not with that team. Actually, he was saying Chosen, but Chosen actually, I think, went to the Patriots, I believe. So we don't like him anymore. But I love some football, man. I get on the podcast with Ben sometimes, and we talk about football, and sometimes I think he's crazy. So maybe is he really crazy?
Depends on what y'all talking about.
Yeah,
in
probably.
Football, yes.
Well, look, what's the name of his podcast?
Voice of the Fans.
Voice of the
VOF,
Fans.
Sports podcast.
That's right. Look, you got to check it out. But what we got to do is we got to talk Ben in and letting you be on his podcast. Like, seriously, drop some knowledge on those guys. RC is always talking about how 49ers got cheated. And, Ben's always complaining about the Saints. And sometimes somebody just got to say, wake up, dude. Like, Saints are the Saints.
Yeah.
Ain't no more who
They always have their disagreements.
Yeah, they do. But you know what? That's what us fans do. That's what makes us good fans is we can talk smack to someone else and we can laugh about it. But all right, dude. Well, look, I know you're gonna keep playing some ball. Look, go out there, give 100. All right, that's what you got to do. Give 100. Show them what you're capable of, because you know what? There could be that person in Mississippi keeping an eye on you. And you might raise some eyebrows when you show them what you're fully capable of. baseball's a hard game, dude. You got to stick with it. And I love the fact that baseball is your top sport, man. I mean, get your friends out there. Like that's how it was when I was growing up. Anyway, Jen, final questions for this dude?
What are your grades like?
Oh, that's a good one. Normally we hit
Uh-uh.
that one. He laughed,
We
so
do.
nah,
We do.
yeah.
Okay, so my grades they've been good because we had state tests recently. We had 4 of them, but the grades like before that they were either like some of them like the easy ones they were hundreds, but like some of them were low 90s, low
Not bad.
B's, some C's, a few S.
Hey, that's look, dude. What did he just say?
He said a few F's.
Hold on. We ain't never had anybody admit having F's on the show. What's your
They probably
what
just couldn't
subject?
admit it.
What's that?
It's science.
Ooh, you don't like science?
No, it's hard.
You
It is
got
hard.
you honestly like, with science, you just gotta like realize everything around you is science and it was created for a purpose and
I don't
look,
think that question's on the test, though.
yeah, who am
Yeah.
I kidding? Look, when my first I took biology. I'm gonna tell on myself. All right, Austin, listen to this story. All right, so biology, I was in 10th grade. And yes, I know you guys are probably taking biology in like 6th grade these days, but either way, when I graduated, we took it in 10th grade. And I was not doing well, Jen. I was struggling.
No way.
I
No
was
way.
struggling.
Oh.
And then the 4th semester came and we had a student teacher. All right, now listen to this. I was failing. I'm just going to go ahead and put it out there. And you know why I was failing? Because I didn't study. That's exactly why I didn't put effort into it. And so I'm not saying an F is good for anyone. But so this student teacher gave us this test, Jen, like our end of semester or end of the year test or whatever. And she messed my grade up. And she put that I had like a 98 on this test. And I didn't. Don't laugh, Austin. Don't laugh, Austin. You got an F. What you laughing at? And I didn't correct her. And, and I passed with flying colors, Jen. My mom, let me tell you. So my mom got my report card in the mail. That's how they used to do it back in the day, Austin. They'd just shoot our report cards out there and us not
Oh, I
even know it.
remember. I
That's
remember checking the mail.
blindsides. Man,
Yeah.
that was cruel and unusual punishment right there. But my mom called me and was like, I got your grades in. And I'm like in the fetal position because I'm thinking, like, what has happened? And she's like, and you've got a B in biology. And I'm like, of course I do. Yes. Yes. And I got through biology. Listen,
Dang.
sometimes.
Did you ever tell her? Did you ever tell her? Did you fess up?
No. Statute of limitations. I don't give them a reason to take that grade away from me. uh
You're like 65, Aaron. It doesn't matter anymore.
Oh my goodness. Austin, she just called me 65.
66. Okay.
That's messed up. I'm really 69. I'm just kidding. All right,
Okay,
dude.
so what?
Well, look, are you on Instagram, social media, TikTok, anything these days?
Not really.
Nah? All right. Well, look, stay off of it as long as you can, dude. That's less drama in your world because some of those things just lead to drama. But look, hey, go follow Ben Reynolds. He is the voice of the fans on Voice of the Fans. Go follow him. You got to tell Ben to start posting some more highlights and stuff. We need to be able to share these things for you. So we want to make sure that everyone knows who you are. Okay, that's why it's important because if you go out there and you just taking it easy, you make us look bad. Don't do that. Like we only have people on this show that are willing to go the extra mile, right? And so from now on, don't next time you're back on the show because we'll probably have you back on at some point. I want to hear man, I blew them away because I went 100%. So, see, I remember things like that because I can guarantee I'm going to call you on it. And I'm going to text Ben, too, and tell next time you're at practice, I'm going to text him and tell him to run faster. Okay? That's what I'm going to do. All right, Jen. Well, this has been fun. We've dealt with some controversial issues here at local in Spartanburg, South Carolina. You know, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've solved a lot of problems for a lot of people, I believe. Austin, dude, keep it up, man. Got to have some fun when you're playing the game. Don't let the stress and anxiety get to you too much. And I got one more question for you, okay? Now, This question is usually the hardest question that we ask the entire show. And if you've listened to any of our shows before, you'll know what the question this is. Do you know? Oh, he's shaking his head. No? All right, here it goes. Yeah. Listen, you ready? All right, you're walking up to bat tonight. Lights are on. Fans are excited. What music is going to be playing in the background as you walk up to the plate? What's your walk-up song?
Okay, so I was thinking about trying to see if I could do a walk-up song, but if I had one, it would probably be a song called Cold Nights.
What was that again? Cold Nights?
Cold Nights.
Cold Nights. Who's that by?
Somebody. It starts with the H. I don't know.
Yeah, look, some of these dudes these days, I couldn't even pronounce their names either, unless they start with little baby, little baby.
Cold Nights.
And what kind of music
starts
you listen
with an
to?
H.
What? Hovey?
Yeah, something like that.
Hovey. Cold Nights.
Yeah, that's it.
I like it.
It's a Christian song.
That's it.
I like it.
Then there you go. Cold Night.
It has a good beat.
By Hovey. You said it's Christian, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you know what? You need to play that next time.
Yeah.
Play it. Don't even care what anybody else says. Like, tell Ben, take the big speaker out there. Yep, Jen, don't look at me like that. We're just gonna cruise on past it and play it. Jen, you're turning red. I think it's time. Austin's laughing at me too. All right, it's time to close up shop. All right. Well, listen, Austin, you started our show with play ball, and we're gonna let you end it. Okay. All right. So when we end every episode, we let our guests say, "We will catch you on the slide." And what I'm gonna say is, until next time, Austin, and you're gonna say, "We'll catch you on the slide." Okay. However you want to say it. You got it? All right. Now I'm gonna say a few more things now, and then I'm gonna turn it over to you here in just a few minutes. Okay, be ready. Jen, we're at like 110 episodes now, I believe it is, or something.
Oh my gosh.
110, 112, something like that, and a lot of big episodes to come. So I mean, we constantly are picking up traction. You know, we've had our first viral post. It's at 1.4 million views right now. Jen, your post that I made with you and Rack, Coach Rack, yeah. It's up in the K's. It's in the K's.
That was I watched it today and I was like, oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
That probably wasn't your idea.
No, that's producer Jen's. That's her magic.
That's what I heard.
So,
that's good.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It is. So, listen, if you listen to this because you love Austin Johnson, and I hope you do, go hit that subscribe button. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, it's just right down there. So just click the subscribe button. Like, yeah, Jen, it's just like right there or somewhere. I don't know. It just hit it and follow us because we have a lot of really cool stories to tell. We have some interesting guests like Austin Johnson, and we have a lot of fun on the show. So, and if you've got a player that you're interested in having be a guest on our show, send them our way. Like, we're here to spread some positivity. We're here to highlight young men like Austin Johnson and try to have a little fun with the game of baseball. So, all right, Austin, you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Austin, until next time.
We'll see you on the slide. Yeah.
You want to try it again?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it again. All right.
Is that what I'm supposed to say again? Slide?
We'll catch you on the slide.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. Austin, until next time.
We'll catch you on the slide.
Yeah, you will.
We thank you for toughing it out and pushing through. Now, let's go teach the world great sportsmanship, leadership, to go inspire someone through your dedication and excitement for the game. Make sure to smash the like and follow button on all social media at The Slide Podcast Show and The Slide Pod on Twitter. Plus, leave us a review and feedback. Until next time, we'll catch you on the slide.